Restrictions on American XL Bully type dogs have come into force in Scotland. Owners of the breed, which have been linked to a series of attacks across the UK, risk a fine for failing to muzzle the animals and keep them on a lead in pub. The abandonment of breeding, exchanging, or selling of the dogs has also been banned. It means Scotland has fallen in line with England and Wales in imposing controls of XL Bullies. Owners of the dogs will still have to apply for an exemption certificate before the 31st of July, which includes having them microchipped and neutered. Anyone convicted of breaching the new safeguards could face up to 6 months in jail and a fine of up to £5,000. The new rules come into effect just days after police shot a dangerously out of control dog in East Kilbride when it injured 3 people. The legislation was introduced following concerns over an influx of XL bullies to Scotland since the UK government brought in controls on the dogs south of the border last year. Owners in England and Wales were ordered to muzzle their dogs from the 31st of January, while an exemption certificate has been required since the 1st of February. The dogs have been linked to the death of Esther Martin in Jaywick near Clacton-on-Sea, Essex, earlier in the month. Westminster Hamza Youssef initially said that similar rules were not required in Scotland before announcing that the Scottish Government would largely replicate the restrictions. The Scottish Government said the laws introduced by the UK Government created a loophole which led to people in England and Wales moving XL bullies north border. An old charity, the Scottish SPCA, has said they were aware of at least 60 XL bullies being brought to Scotland, but the true number is not known. Scotland's Community Safety Minister, Siobhan Brown, has denied claims by some XL bully owners that the government's response is disproportionate. We don't really have exact figures on the number of XL bully dogs yet have come up, but of course that raises concerns for communities, but also for animal welfare because you have dogs coming up in vans. We don't know anything about the history, so it's about a balance between the two. This is legislation that we have put into a corner to follow, unfortunately, but we are not doing it on the same timescale as the UK government, and I'm hoping as we move forward to the second stage that we learn lessons from England and Wales and improve it for dog owners. Separate legislation which will consider details about being able to rehome a dog if the owner dies or other circumstances which may lead to a dog needing to be rehomed will be considered at a later date. Bodies including the British Veterinary Association and the Scottish SPCA disagree with the ban. The Scottish SPCA's Mike Flynn said the Scottish Government originally made the correct call as far as I'm concerned. Banning any individual breed, or in this case type, is not going to guarantee public safety. Every accident could be preventable with proper education and proper responsible ownership. 4 dogs, 2 of which are confirmed to be XL bodies, are now due to be put down by the SSPCA. First Minister Hamza Youssef said time had been taken to speak to key parties involved in the decision and denied it had been made reactionary. He said we had to act given the announced changes by the UK government last year and announced without any consultation with Scotland. We're bringing forward regulations that I hope will stop what we saw at the beginning of this year when we saw transfer of XL bully dogs from England and Wales to Scotland. We don't want that to be happening.